Hello guys, Doug Ross here, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to Beware the Leviathan. Now if you guys know the YouTube channel named Pathway Films, he did pretty good on the original stories like Henry's Safety and many other stories. But wow, I'm like a huge fan, you know? I kind of remember like reacting to Tanker Blaze, which I do love, yeah, but I still love it. So this is Beware the Leviathan. Alright, let's see here. Alright, before I begin, I wanted to say that this is the episode dedicated to Brittlecroft. I know that was done in Clash Against the Safety. Oh, wait, I remember. Yeah. But I think a Season 5 story in honor of Britt's legacy is a superior way to dedicate her. So, yeah, let's see here. Alright, Mavis set the quarry engine to spook by an eerie roar at a rumble of the quarry late one night. She tries to convince Toby that she really heard something, but one evening she faces her fears and sound once again and finds out of a mysterious Leviathan. Let's do it! Oh, sorry, my hand was slapping. It was kind of too loud. So glad that they kind of changed, like, you know, the Thomas tune.
It was a quiet, still night, and tucked away in the corner of the quarry, Mavis was sleeping peacefully in her shed. She was dreaming contently, until suddenly... What was that? She stammered as her eyes shot open. From outside her shed, she could hear a strange sound, a deep, foreboding rumbling. It almost sounded like something breathing. Before Mavis could even process what was happening, several loud bangs rang out, cutting through the still nighttime air.
Oh no.
Oh, help! Shrieked Mavis.
Oh no.
It was all too much for her, and she screwed her eyes tightly shut. A monster? Toby couldn't help but laugh. Of all the tricks, Mavis, I wouldn't fancy you for using something so obvious. Mavis went red in the face. She was fruitlessly trying to recount her night's ordeal to Toby. It's not a trick. I really heard something. Oh, all right, smiled Toby. I believe you. But really, a monster? I think you might have gotten yourself a little bit worked up. Are you sure it wasn't a dream? It wasn't, protested Mavis. It sounded like a proper monster. How do you know it wasn't a Leviathan? Grinned Toby with a wink. Mavis, not understanding the old tramp's joke, went redder than ever. Oh, fiddlesticks and fudge! Some help you are! She bemoaned as she flounced away. She spent the rest of the morning sulking. It wasn't a dream. I did hear something. I did, she muttered to herself. Calm down, old girl, soothed her driver. No need to let it ruin your day. But Mavis wasn't comforted. What if it does come back? The driver laughed. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I can stay behind a little bit later tonight to keep you company. Mavis pretended to be indifferent, but deep down, she was thankful for the offer. This'll prove to old Toby that I'm right, she thought to herself. The rest of the day passed by uneventfully. And by that night, Mavis slipped back into her shed. Her driver closed the shed doors to the empty quarry and grabbed her flask from Mavis's cab. I can't stay half an hour or so, then I must get home. Mavis was about to reply when she suddenly went pale.
Oh boy.
Shh, she whispered. Listen, I can hear it. The driver listened carefully. Sure enough, a deep breathing-like rumble filled the air. That's it! Quivered Mavis nervously. But her driver wasn't
boy,
scared.
this is actually bad that way,
Quickly
but
peered out the
this
shed
is so
door.
loud.
She stared for a few moments before she burst out laughing. Here's your monster, Mavis! The driver grinned. There stood a rather worn-out lorry, close to the quarry entrance. Mavis was very surprised and a little unsure of the newcomers, but both the lorry and its driver were friendly.
We're new here to the area, you see. Wound up here last night, too, explained the lorry driver. Directions aren't a strong point of mine, admittedly. Our sincerest apologies for any disturbances we caused,
added the lorry with a cough of its engine. Mavis's driver laughed. Don't worry. You caused no disturbance, aside from startling my engine, of course. Mavis felt too embarrassed to say anything at first, but before long, all parties were chatting away happily.
Wow, Mavis is
Following that evening,
I
Lori
kinda still
never
like that
returned to the
theme, by the way.
and Mavis remained undisturbed. However, whenever she goes down to the tramway, she would often see her friend nearby, and especially hear them, as their engine makes a dreadful racket. Mavis and her driver laughed, and began to call them Sputter. Sputter loved the name, and has worn it happily ever since. Mavis was very pleased too. Although, between you and me, now she worries about what Toby might say to her next.
Makes sense, but I still love it. And yeah, based on the story of where Leviathan. Wow. It's pretty cool though, you know, I still love it. Films. Rob, you're real though, you know? But this story is incredible. You know what I mean? What's the entertainment to grow up with? In honor of Riddle Croft, 1943, 2024. Yeah, Riddle Croft, we will never forget you. Wow, I still love it. You know, I pretty much do miss Brittle Croft, you know, like, because she did pretty well with the Thomas series. I mean, I kind of do feel worried that Thomas and Friends might get retired from TV. I mean, I'm just worried, you know? I mean, I just don't want Thomas and Friends to end. I mean, I just wish Thomas and Friends could return. Like, you know? Like, even if it does, like, just wish that Thomas and Friends could return. I mean, you know, I still love it. I mean, I do wish. So anyway, guys, hope you guys liked this video. Subscribe, hit like. If you want to see more content was done by Pathway Films. Like and subscribe, hit the like on this channel, and don't forget to keep it original. And please hope that Thomas and Friends will never get retired from TV.